Hey Finxters, Shubham here. In this video we are going to discuss how to convert a string to a list in Python. So we are going to discuss numerous scenarios as you can see on the screen. So I'll be explaining you each scenario one by one. So without further delay, let us dive into each scenario one by one and solve them. In the first scenario, we are going to discuss how to convert a string to a list of strings. Now for this we will be using a method known as split. But before discussing the split method, let us have a look at the exact problem that we are going to solve. So consider we have a string variable text which holds the following string: learning Python is easy. Now we want to store each word in the given sentence or in the given string to be stored in a list such that each word becomes an element in the list. So what do I mean? If we have a list, then the first element is going to be learning, while the second element will be Python, the third element will be is, while the fourth element will be easy. So I hope you get the idea. Now let's quickly solve this. To solve this, we are going to use an inbuilt method in Python which is known as split. Split is an inbuilt method in Python which is used to convert a string or split a string into a list using a given separator. So what do I mean by that? A separator can be any white space or any character which you may specify, and based on that character or white space, the string will be split and stored in a list. So what do I mean by that? In this case, suppose we have the string learning Python is easy, and now I want to separate each word. So what's the link between each word? The link between each word is a space between them. So as you can see, as soon as we reach the end of a word, after that we have a space. So when we define our split function, we are going to provide space as a separator. Now let's check how we can quickly do that. Let's create a list variable by the name li, and now we split our string using the split function, and within the split function we pass a separator which is a space. Now this should be good enough for us. All we need to do now is print li, and that should give us our output. Let's check. And as you can see, we have reached our desired solution. That brings us to the next scenario, which is quite similar. However, instead of having spaces between the elements of the string, we now have a comma between them. So what do I mean by that? Suppose we have a string variable name, and then suppose it has names like John, then Rock and Brock. So that's a string, and in this string we don't have a space between each word. Instead we have a comma. Now how can we convert the string elements into a list? To do that, we are going to use the split method again. However, in this case we will not be using space as the separator. Instead we will be using comma as the separator. So let's see how. Name.split, and then we have a comma, and then we simply print the output. Let's check if this works, and as you can see, we have the desired solution. Just let me separate these out so that we have a better understanding of which scenario represents which output. So this is scenario 1 and this is scenario 2. Let's have a look if we have a clean output. Yeah. Now that brings us to the next scenario. In this scenario, we have a string and we want to convert this string to a list of characters. So what do I mean by that? Suppose I have a string S and it has the values A, E, I, O, U. And now we want to create a list which stores each element or each character, that is A, as an element, while E will be another element, and so on. So let's see how we can do that. Now in order to separate out each character as an element in the list, all we need to do is to typecast the string into a list. That's how easy it is. So what do I mean? I have the print statement, and all I need to do now is typecast our string S into a list, and that's all. We have our solution. Let's check if this works. And as you can see, we indeed have our solution. So as usual, let me provide it a better structure so that you can differentiate between each scenario. This is our scenario 3, and we are good to go. So let's check, and there we go. Now that brings us to our next scenario. In the next scenario, we are going to discuss how to convert an integer string to a list of integers. Now what is an integer string? So let me help you with that. We have a variable IP which has an integer string. So it basically is a string that contains numbers. So 192.168.10.1. So if you are a computer science student, then you would be able to make out that this is an IP address. So that's not the focus of this topic. So we have our integer string IP, and now we want to store each number, that is 192, 168, 10 and 1 as individual or separate elements in a list. So how can we do this? In order to do this, we will not only need the split function, we will also require another function known as map. With the help of the map function, which is an inbuilt function in Python, you can apply a specific function to each element of an iterable. In our case, the iterable is going to be the list. Now let's have a look how we can use the map function and solve our problem. So we have our variable IP. Now we create a variable li which has the elements of the IP variable, that is a string, and then we typecast it into a list. Before proceeding further, let us check the type, or maybe let us check what li stores as of now. So as you can see, li has each number, that is 1, or each digit, that is 1, which is stored as an individual element. However, this is not what we want. So what can we do in this case? Any idea? Yes, we are going to use the split function. Dot split. And then what shall we specify in the separator? It's going to be a dot, since we are going to eliminate the dots out of the integer string and just store the numbers. Now let's check the status of li. And as you can see, now we have stored each number instead of each digit as an element in the list. Now the next step is to convert each element which is at this moment a string. So as you can see, if you closely look, let me zoom the screen for you so that you have a better understanding. So if you see, this is a string 192, though it is a number, however it is stored as a string inside the list. Now I want to convert this into an integer. So this is where we can use our map function. So how can we do that? Let's have a look. I create another variable by the name li_int. Now I'll use list, or maybe I'll use map. And then, as I mentioned before, map has couple of arguments. The first argument accepts a function. So the function in our case is the integer class, or the int function. And the iterable in our case, which is the second argument of the map function, is going to be the list, which is li. We also need to typecast this to a list so that we can get the output in the form of a list. And that's it. Now we print the output and we are good to go. So let's check if this works. And as you can see, the values are now numbers instead of strings. So I hope that was clear to you. Now that brings us to our last scenario, where we are going to convert a list of strings to a list of lists. So what do I mean by that? So this is going to be quite interesting. Suppose we have a string li_str which has the following values a, b and c. I beg your pardon, I think I said we have a string variable. This is not a string variable, it is a list variable which has strings as elements within it. Now I want to create a list of lists, that is a nested list, where a will not only be just an element, however it is going to be within another list inside the list li_str. Similarly, b will be inside another list. So what do I mean by that? It will look something like this: a, then again another list, b, and another list which stores c. So I hope you get the idea. So this is exactly the output that we want. So how can we do this? This is a very simple example. So all we need to do here is use a list comprehension and use the split method within it to get our desired output. So let's do that quickly. We have our print statement, and within it we have a list comprehension such that I dot split, and we will be splitting based on the comma separator, and then we have our expression for I in our variable li_str. That's it. Now let's check if we have the desired output. And as you can see, we have a list, and within it we have another list which has the value a, then another list which has the value b, and then another list which has the value c, and then we close our parent list. So this was quite easy. Now consider a different scenario or a different example such that li_str has the following values. We have the list. Inside the list we have something like this. Now you might be wondering, isn't this already a list within a list? No, it isn't. If you look closely, this thing here is a string. It looks like a list, but it is a string which has the open and closed square brackets. Now what happens if we use our previous method, or the way we solved the previous example? Let's check. And as you can see, we have a very confusing output. So we have our nested list. However, within the nested list, we again have the open and closed parentheses, since they are already present within the string. So how can I remove these parentheses? In order to do that, we are going to use another built-in method in Python that removes leading and trailing white spaces, including new line characters, tabular characters, or any other character that you specify. This function is known as the strip function. So inside the strip function, we are going to simply pass the open and closed square brackets and strip out these brackets from the string. So let's have a look how we can do that. We already have our split function. However, we need to use the strip function before that. So we have the strip function, and within the strip function we are going to specify the characters that we are going to eliminate, which happens to be open and closed square brackets. And this should give us the solution that we want. Let me structure this out as well for you. This was scenario 5. And this was scenario 4. Now we are good to go. Let's have a look. And as you can see, the extra square brackets within the string have been removed. In order to make you more clear about this, let us compare the two outputs so that we can visualize the difference or visualize the effectivity of the strip function. So in the first case, I do not use the strip function, while in the second case, I am using the strip function. Let's have a look. I hope you can see the difference. In the first case, we have the extra square brackets that are already present within the string. However, in the second case, we do not have those extra square brackets. We have eliminated them. So that was the idea behind this piece of code. I hope it was clear to you. Now that brings us to the end of this discussion. I hope you learned something out of it. If you have any doubts, mention your doubts in the comments below. And if you like our videos, please subscribe our channel and stay tuned for such videos in the future. Thank you.